Okay, so today we'll be learning array in C++, just 1D array. So in the next lecture, we'll talk about 2D arrays and multi-dimensional arrays. Okay, and then this static array, I believe we have seen this before. Okay, so there are two ways of initializing your array. Okay, so the first one, the syntax looks like this. Okay, you have data type, and then the array name, and then number of elements in the array. Right? After that, you proceed to initialize each element in the array. Okay, for example, array, what's that, index 0, then you assign it with value 1, and so on. Okay, so this is first way of initializing your 1D array. And then the second way of initializing your 1D array is like this. So you have data type, and then array name. Okay, then inside the square bracket, you give number of elements you want to assign. Okay, you want the array to have, so number of elements, and then you initialize it with values. Okay, contains inside this curly brackets. Okay, so this array has 3 elements, so you should have 3 values here. So this one corresponds to the first element in the array. This value corresponds to the second element in the array, and so on. So static array. So in this kind of array, you see that we have to predetermine, okay, number of elements the array should have. Okay, for example, this one array, it has 3 elements. If you want it to have like 5 elements, you just put 5 there, right? So dynamic array is used when we do not have this number of elements, okay, determined before the user keys in the value, meaning that before the program is when the program is compiling, okay, before the user is keys in the value, number of elements, and then the program doesn't know how many elements the array should have. Okay, until the user key in the value. So this one is dynamic array. So in this one, you have already predetermined how many elements the array should have, right? So when it compiles, immediately the program knows this array has 3 elements. But in dynamic array, it doesn't know. Okay, so you have to compile the program first. But then when you compile the program doesn't know how many elements it should contain. Okay. So this kind of array is called dynamic array. Okay. So in dynamic array, okay, the syntax works this way. You have data type, okay, and then you have a pointer, okay, pointing to that array name. Okay, pointing to that array name, and then that array name is equal to new, okay, new data type number of elements. Okay, so for example, your data type is integer, then new integer, and then this number of elements. This is a variable. Okay, this variable, later on you need the user to key in, okay, how many elements, okay, this array name should contain, right? And then you proceed with the what is that, variable assignment like usual. Okay, and then after that, after you've done with the array, you have to delete. Okay, so for example, okay, so you have integer number. So this is the array size. So this is a variable, right? And then you assign a value to this variable. Okay, if you don't assign it here, okay, you need the user to key in the value later. Okay, but in this example, okay, we'll just assign this 10 to this variable, okay, array size. And then we have initialize integer, okay, integer array pointer, okay, and then this array is equal to new integer array size. Okay, and then you assign values to the array elements. Okay, after you've done with the array manipulation, you delete. Okay, so this is just a simple code of how this dynamic array works. Okay, so let's proceed to create an array which the user has to key in how many elements the array should contain. Okay, for example, this one. So the first thing we need to do is we need to call out this IO stream. Okay, IO stream. Okay, and then using namespace std like that, and then we have integer main. Okay, and then okay, so you have to do this integer, okay, array size. Okay, and now we don't know the array size. Okay, we need to ask the user to key in the array size. So cout, okay, input array size. Okay, and then read user input for array size. Okay, and then you want to declare an array. So this array is I'll name the array A, I think, or ARR. Okay, I'll name it ARR. Okay, like that. And then ARR is equal to new, okay, int, then array size, like that. Okay, and then you need to create a for loop. You need to create a for loop for the user to key in the value for each array element, right? So you need to use for loop for int I equals to 0. Okay, and then I less than array size. Okay, and then I plus plus. Okay, and then you need to print out, okay, the value. You need to print out the instruction for the user to key in okay, ARR, okay, like this, I okay, is equal to, okay, and then cin, okay, ARRI. Okay, so if you run the program, okay, let's see what will happen. Okay, input array size. Let's say this array, the array size is 3. So first element is 1, second element is 2, 3, right? So the code runs without problem. But I forgot, okay, forgot to delete, okay, after the array manipulation. So actually you have to delete it. Okay, you have to delete it. So to free the memory. Okay, so this one, since you are using pointer, okay, so there's a chunk of memory in your RAM, okay, it's being allocated for this array. Okay, after you've done the array manipulation, you have to free up the memory, right? So that's why you need to use delete. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, so let's say we try again. Okay, so this time we have array size of 5. Okay, then the first array takes value of 1, second 2, 3, and 4, 5, right? So this is how you can manipulate the dynamic array. Okay, so okay, if there's no question, let's proceed with this passing array to function. Okay, passing array to function. So sample program, okay, looks like this. Okay, you have a void function, okay, and then you have this array 1, array 2, you pass these two arrays into this function, okay, and do manipulation in that. Okay, so let's do it this way. Okay, I'll delete all of this. Okay, and then okay, let's say we have two arrays, array number A, array A. So array A has 5 elements. Okay, and then I'll initialize the array this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 elements, and then I have another array, I'll call it B. It also has 5 elements. Okay, and then I'll initialize it this way. Let's say this time it has 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this array contains 5 elements, and this one contains 5 elements as well. Now you want to make a function to do what is that? Summation, right? Summation of these two functions. So you can do it this way. Okay, you need to create a void function. Okay, and then you need to do summation. I'll call it sum array. Okay, I'll call it sum array, and then this sum array takes in 2 arrays, right? So we'll take in array 1, I'll call it A. Okay, and then you take in another array B. Okay, and then you take in the elements, the size of the array as well. So ARR size. Okay, and then you need to create a for loop. Okay, to do the summation. Integer I is equal to 0, I less than array size. Okay, and then I plus plus. Okay, and then you want to do summation. Okay, let's integer sum, okay, is equal to 0. Okay, and then sum is equal to ith element of A plus ith element of B, right? And then you print out cout sum. Okay, maybe I should do it this way. Okay, AI. Okay, I'll do it this way. AI. Okay, plus BI. Okay, is equal to sum. Okay, so in this main function, okay, in main function, you just call the sum array function. Okay, and then you need to pass in A and B. Okay, the elements, the array size is 5. Okay, if you run the program, hold on, I need to close this one. Okay, run the program again. Okay, so this one, ENDL, right? Okay, so this one, you have a void function, okay, that doesn't return anything. Okay, so what the function does is only takes in A and B, okay, the array of A and B. Then after that, you do the summation and then print out the result. It doesn't return anything back to the main function. Okay, so that is why we need to use void. Okay, so if you look at, if you examine, okay, if you examine this what is that array, this what is that result, you see that, okay, array A and B, okay, so the first element of A is 1, right? Second element, the first element of B is 5, so 1 plus 5 you get 6. For the second element of A you have 2, second element of B, okay, you have 4, so 2 plus 4 you have 6, okay, and so on. Okay, so this is how you pass array to function. Okay, let's say if you want to return the result, okay, you want to return the result, you want to return the summation of A and B. Okay, so all you need to do is you need to pass in another empty array, okay, to hold the results. Okay, so in here, in the main function, you need to declare another array, okay, which also has 5 elements, okay, like that. Okay, and then you pass it into this array, okay, pass it into this sum array, okay, and then this sum, okay, you need to delete it and replace it with C. Okay, so this one, it becomes C of I, right? So if you run the program again, you still get the same answer, okay, but this one, okay, we extract the result in this subfunction, right? So what if I want to extract the result? Okay, I want to see whether this capital C, the array, okay, will get the correct results from the sum array function. So what I can do is I'll call this for loop, okay, I less than 5, I plus plus, okay, and then I'll print out C out, okay, instead of A, so this one B, okay, and then this one will become capital C. Okay, so if I run the program, okay, I get the correct results. Okay, so this means that this C, okay, the value I get from this this C, okay, are all passed into this capital C. Okay, that is how I get this answer, okay, in my main function. Okay, so this is passing and returning arrays, okay, in C++.